Korea has ordered its troops along the border with South Korea to stand ready to fire.
When you think of North Korea, the first thing that probably comes to mind is its secrecy and military power. But what about the grand structures and unique projects built under Kim Jong-un's leadership? From unfinished skyscrapers to extravagant subway systems, these constructions reveal a lot about the country's ambitions. Let's take a closer look at 10 incredible things Kim Jong-un has had built. Some impressive, some strange, and all fascinating. Number 1. Ryugyong Hotel. The Ryugyong Hotel is one of North Korea's most bizarre yet iconic landmarks. Towering over Pyongyang at 330 meters, it was initially conceived in 1987 under Kim Jong-il, but it's Kim Jong-un who gave this pyramid-shaped behemoth a facelift. For years it sat unfinished, a looming symbol of North Korea's economic struggles. Yet, under Kim Jong-un's leadership, intermittent work resumed and the exterior now sports flashy LED displays and glass panels, giving it a futuristic glow. But here's the kicker, it's still not open. What makes this structure even more fascinating is its sheer size. It's one of the tallest buildings in the world, but remains empty. It's supposed to have everything from luxury rooms to restaurants, but little is known about when or if it'll be completed. The hotel stands as a paradox of North Korea's aspirations for grandeur and the harsh realities of its limited resources. You might wonder why keep pushing for this seemingly doomed project. Well, it's more than just a hotel, it's a symbol. The regime uses it to project strength and ambition. But with its perpetually unfinished state, it seems to reflect the complexities of North Korea itself, glimpses of ambition wrapped in layers of mystery. Number 2. Myeongdae Fun Fair. Imagine an amusement park where the thrill of the rides is mixed with the eerie feeling of being in a time capsule. That's Myeongdae Fun Fair. Located just outside Pyongyang, this amusement park was once bustling with locals enjoying roller coasters, carousels, and a range of attractions. But today it's more a symbol of neglect than fun. Under Kim Jong-un, the park received some attention, upgrades here and there, but the enthusiasm didn't last long. A lack of proper maintenance, rides frequently broke down, and safety concerns grew. Over time, attendance dwindled, and the once grand fun fair now feels like an abandoned relic. The rides may still be there, but they no longer represent excitement. Instead, they symbolize the country's struggles to keep up appearances while dealing with deep-rooted infrastructure issues. It's hard not to wonder if this fun fair, much like other projects, was just a temporary distraction from larger, more pressing problems. Number 3. Mayday Stadium. Now let's talk about sheer size. The Mayday Stadium, with a seating capacity of around 150,000, is one of the largest stadiums in the world. Originally completed in 1989, it has remained an important part of North Korean propaganda and public events under Kim Jong-un. The stadium's massive, petal-shaped design is as intimidating as it is beautiful. Under Kim Jong-un, the stadium hasn't just hosted football matches and athletic events, it's become a stage for larger-than-life military parades and propaganda spectacles. Think of the famous mass games where thousands of performers move in perfect harmony, creating grandiose displays of unity and power. Every performance is carefully choreographed to showcase the regime's strength and control. Number 4. Palace of Science and Technology. When you think of the future, the Palace of Science and Technology in Pyongyang might not be the first image that comes to mind, but this building sure tries to make that claim. Opened in 2015, its quirky atomic model design screams futuristic, and it's intended to be the heart of North Korea's scientific endeavors. From the outside, it looks like something out of a science fiction movie. Inside, it's a hub for scientific research and technology. However, much of what happens inside remains a mystery to outsiders. There's a good chance that a lot of the focus here is on military and nuclear advancements, given the country's priorities. While it's meant to signal progress, the reality is often clouded by secrecy. Despite its shiny exterior and forward-thinking design, the palace reflects the regime's ambitions for technological advancement, especially in areas that might not always be peaceful. It's an impressive building, no doubt, but it carries a darker undertone. It's a symbol of North Korea's desire to show the world it's keeping up with the times on its own terms. Number 5. Triumph Arch, Pyongyang. The Triumph Arch in Pyongyang is not just your average monument. Standing at 60 meters tall, it's actually bigger than its Parisian counterpart, the Arc de Triomphe. Erected in 1982, the arch commemorates Korea's resistance against Japanese occupation, a key piece of North Korea's national identity. Kim Jong-un has kept it well maintained, using it as a backdrop for many official events, parades, and celebrations. But why the size? It's no coincidence. It's meant to dwarf its French inspiration, symbolizing North Korea's victories and defiance. Every stone block seems to scream, "Look how powerful we are." And while it may just be an arch to some in North Korea, it stands as a bold representation of national pride. For visitors, it's a striking and somewhat overwhelming sight that looms over the city like a constant reminder of the regime's control over its narrative. 6. Great Library of the People. Book lovers take note. The Great Library of the People is a massive structure, one of the largest libraries in the world. With over 100,000 square meters of space, 600 rooms, and a collection of approximately 30 million books, it's a treasure trove of knowledge. Well, sort of. Opened under Kim Jong-un's reign, the library's grand purpose is to educate and enlighten, but much of its content is, unsurprisingly, state-approved. Despite its monumental size, access to foreign publications is heavily restricted, and the books available are often limited to those aligned with North Korea's official narratives. Still, the library serves as an impressive showcase of the regime's commitment to education, even if the reality is a bit more controlled. The building itself is a blend of traditional and modern architecture, making it as visually striking as it is vast. Whether it's used for genuine learning or just another piece in the propaganda machine, the Great Library of the People stands as one of the regime's more ambitious projects. It's hard not to wonder what books are hidden behind closed doors and what knowledge is being kept just out of reach. Number 7. Ryomyong Street Development. Ryomyong Street in Pyongyang is like North Korea's attempt at showing off its own version of modern urban living. This development project, launched by Kim Jong-un, features sleek, high-rise apartments, commercial buildings, and entertainment facilities. If you were to walk down the street, you'd almost forget you're in one of the most isolated countries in the world. It feels more like a modern city block from any other part of the world. But there's more to this than just shiny new buildings. Ryomyong Street is meant to symbolize North Korea's push toward modernization, a clear statement that the country can keep up with global development trends. However, many of the projects remain incomplete or reserved for the elite, and it's unclear how much everyday North Koreans benefit from it. While the government promotes it as a showcase of progress, it's hard to ignore the contradictions. On one hand, you have modern skyscrapers, on the other, a country grappling with food shortages and limited resources. Ryomyong Street is a facade, an impressive one, but a facade nonetheless. It's North Korea's way of saying, "Look how far we've come," while hiding the struggles that lie beneath the surface. The street is a symbol of ambition, but also of the regime's tendency to prioritize appearances over actual improvement for its citizens. Number 8. Floating Hotel, Flow Hotel. The Floating Hotel, or Flow Hotel, is one of North Korea's more unusual ventures. Originally built by an Australian company in the 1980s, this luxury resort sat on water, offering a unique experience, just not in North Korea. It was later sold and relocated to North Korea, where it now sits abandoned and deteriorating. Kim Jong-un has openly criticized the project, calling it a symbol of failure and wasted resources. At first glance, it was an exciting concept, luxury on the water, but now it's more of a ghostly relic, floating in disrepair along the North Korean coast. The idea of a luxury hotel in such a closed-off country seems like a contradiction, and its abandoned state perfectly mirrors the regime's complex relationship with modernity and ambition. Number 9. Pyongyang Metro Expansion. The Pyongyang Metro is one of the deepest subway systems in the world, and under Kim Jong-un's leadership, it has seen some significant upgrades. The expansion includes new stations, updated trains, and improved infrastructure, giving the whole system a fresh look. But like much in North Korea, there's more to this than meets the eye. While the metro serves as public transportation, it's also a key part of North Korea's defense system, doubling as a potential bomb shelter due to its depth. The stations are adorned with ornate chandeliers, murals, and marble floors, a mix of luxury and practicality that's not exactly what you'd expect in a country facing so many resource shortages. The metro expansion is part of Kim Jong-un's effort to show that North Korea is modernizing. It's a way to project an image of progress and efficiency, though how much of the metro is actually used by the average citizen remains unclear. Tourists often marvel at its beauty, but the question lingers. Is this just another stage for the regime's desire to showcase power and control, or does it really serve the people? Number 10. Kim Jong-un's multiple residences. Kim Jong-un has a thing for luxury, and his numerous residences across North Korea are a testament to that. He maintains several luxurious compounds, each equipped with state-of-the-art security and lavish amenities. Think private pools, horse racing tracks, and personal libraries. These residences are more than just homes. They're fortresses designed to keep Kim Jong-un's exact location a mystery at all times. It's said that even top officials are often in the dark about where the leader is at any given moment. This creates an aura of mystery and makes it nearly impossible for foreign intelligence to pin down his movements. Some of these compounds are so isolated that they're almost impossible to reach, adding another layer of secrecy to Kim's lifestyle. While the rest of the country faces severe economic challenges, these residences stand in stark contrast, showing the vast divide between the ruling elite and the general population. They serve as a reminder of Kim Jong-un's grip on power and his ability to live in absolute luxury, despite the country's many hardships. For Kim, these homes are not just safe havens, they're symbols of his untouchable status.